Hey guys, welcome back. We're talking with KinJ, and if you read the title, yes, we're talking about how we're going to teach people how to treat us. We have to, because some people think they can do whatever they want to do, and sometimes we allow it. So y'all stay tuned so we can touch on this.
Like this. Y'all didn't think that I could bump like this. Said I told y'all I was gonna bump like this.
Okay. So like I said, this video is about teaching people how to treat us. Sometimes, I might hear my daughter in the background, okay? So don't judge me. But sometimes we have to teach people how to treat us, and we have to set standards and boundaries with people, because sometimes when we meet people or we build relationships and stuff with people, they tend to want to talk to us any kind of way, disrespect us, put us in this box or this bubble, and then they want us to cater to those needs. When you set boundaries with people, make sure it is legitimate boundaries that you're going to respect as well. What I mean by boundaries is when you're in a relationship, there's certain things that we consider may have gone too far. Sometimes the tone and how a person talks to us, because they're used to talking to other people a certain way, we have to be like, no, wait, you can't talk to me like that, because I'm not going to talk to you like that. But if they continue to talk to you like that and you don't defend yourself, advocate for yourself, or stand up for yourself or whatever, they're going to continue to think that this type of tone and language and aggressiveness is accepted. No, you're not going to talk to me like that. You will talk to me with respect. You're not going to belittle or downgrade me. That's not how I'm going to communicate. Set the tone. Setting standards, like in a relationship. I demand respect, period. I demand communication, period. You're not going to think it's okay to go out and be in smiling in other chicks' faces and cheating and giving out your numbers or whatever and think you're still going to come home to me, buddy. Period. I'm going to set the tone. I'm going to set the standard. Not only when you set boundaries and standards with people, make sure you abide by your own standards and boundaries. Sometimes people want you to treat them a certain way, but they don't want to reciprocate that same behavior. That is we're not accepting that. You're not going to demand that I treat you with respect, but then you think it's okay for you to disrespect me. You're not going to demand that I communicate and be vulnerable with you in this relationship, but when it's time for you to open up and let me in, you block it and you keep me on pause. That's not how this works. It's vice versa. Give and take. Any relationship, friendship, or partnership is about giving and taking. Sometimes we may feel like we give more than what we receive. I hate to say it, but that is normal, because we all are coming off of different ethics, morals, and values. Everybody isn't raised the same. And just because you was raised one way doesn't mean the way that I was raised was either more right or wrong or different than yours. We were just in two different environments. In the same token, it may be easy for you to talk about certain topics, but it may be a little difficult for me. So a little patience or whatever will have to go a long way with getting me to open up. In this conversation, you may be giving more than what I'm willing because you're comfortable with discussing this. I'm not there yet. Not saying that I'm not going to work towards getting there, but I'm not there yet. And then you have to be a little patient with that. Now, if you're not willing to do that, that's your bad. You take that and then you go about your business. But you're not going to rush my progress because I'm not used to this. Same thing in a relationship. One thing that I struggle with is I've been told that I'm too independent. I don't know how to let a man be a man in a relationship. I'm used to carrying all the bills, carrying the boatload, taking all the accountability and the responsibility in my household. So when a man tries to come in and try to take over that, it's going to feel like an attack on me. It's going to feel like, oh, you trying me, or you coming up against me, or whatever, and I'm going to automatically get defensive. I'm not there yet. You may be used to somebody submitting that type of way to you or giving in. I'm not used to that. So either you could be patient with me and let me gradually get there, because it's going to take a minute, or you're just going to flee, fight or flight. That's how that kick in. But your boundaries and your standards will be set from the beginning. We have to let people know that their behavior is not acceptable. And we also have to take accountability that when we're accepting a lot of BS from people, it's because we've allowed it. People only do to you what you allow them to do. I know that sounds easier said than done, but it's very true. The only way they're getting away with this is because they've gotten away with it before, whether from you or somebody else, but that has been the tone set for them. You ever met somebody who, the way they talk to people, how they act, and then you be looking like, who the fuck they talking to? And then nobody says nothing, everybody just take it? Not me, Linda. I'm going to speak up. Who the hell you talking to? Because one thing you ain't finna do is down talk me. One thing you ain't finna do is disrespect me, belittle me, or do any of that. That I do not stand for. One thing about me as well, I can't be around a group of people who allow somebody to talk bad. Bitch, I'm gonna be like, y'all just gonna let them talk like this? Like, I can't do that. I'm an advocator. So when we set our boundaries, we have to make sure not only are we respecting the boundaries and the standards that we're putting forth, but we're holding people responsible for doing the same thing. You cannot hold somebody accountable for disrespecting a standard that you've also disrespected. You feel what I'm saying? And what I mean by disrespecting it is, if we keep giving people chance after chance after chance, or whatever, to keep abusing something we've already said we don't like, or whatever, or taking advantage of something that we've already let them know that we don't appreciate, and they keep doing it, you're allowing them to disrespect that. So how dare you hold them accountable for something that you not even taking account for yourself? I know it sounds weird, but that's what makes sense. The only reason why this boundary has been crossed so many times is because you've allowed them to cross it so many times. So when is enough enough? Me, the first time, wait a minute, I'm going to let you know I don't play these type of games. You ain't going to do this with me. Now, if you going to get your shit together, or we ain't going to be able to do this, but I need you to know this right here is unacceptable. I'm not taking this. I'm not putting up with this. Some people have a hard time saying no. Some people have a hard time defending themselves, or whatever, and that is part of the environment they grew up in. That is the behavior that they've adapted to. And we meet friends like that. I've had friends who would let a man talk to them and treat them any kind of way or whatever, and I just be like, my friends already know, you ain't gonna talk to her like that in front of me. You're just not. Because I'm going to stand up for her. I know she ain't got a voice, so today I'm here to be the voice for the voiceless. You're not going to do that to me, in front of me, to her. That's not going to happen, or whatever. But again, it's the standard that is set. It is the boundary that is set, or whatever. It's like getting a job. This is your job description. This is what you're supposed to do. When you don't do this, what they give you, right up. You might get terminated. You might get on probation. But you don't pass the boundaries. They don't set the standard and you're not abiding by them. So there's a problem. It's the same thing with people. You got to train people on how to treat you. You got to teach people how to treat you. Because if not, they just going to treat you any kind of way and then get mad when you no longer want to accept the behavior. Oh, I've been cheating on you all this time. Now all of a sudden, you don't want me cheating on you no more. You've been accepting this. You've been taking me back. I don't even had a whole baby on you. And all of a sudden, you through with me? You done? When was I supposed to know you didn't want this happening no more? That's how these men be sounding. Sounds stupid, but that's exactly what it is. You're not a doormat. People cannot walk all over you. Defend yourself, stand up for yourself, set boundaries and set standards. Teach people how to treat you. And then also show that. Let me say something. When you're a confident woman and you're a conscious woman, you don't have to walk around saying it. People gonna know it in how you walk, how you talk, your demeanor, your mannerism, how you carry yourself. That's going to exude off of you, period. Period. We know people who have, I call it addictive personalities, because of how they are, how they are. You know certain stuff you can't say to certain people because you know their attitude, you know their personalities, you know what you cannot get away with. Children do that with parents constantly all the time. You have to do that with people. Human people adapt to certain behaviors. If you're going to continue to allow this behavior, then don't be like, oh, I'm tired of it, I'm sick of it. Well, at what point was you going to get sick and tired, and then you holding me accountable for now you tired? This whole time you've been accepting this. But all of a sudden you don't want me doing this no more, you going to hold me accountable for that? That's disrespectful. That's not how it works. Set that shit up from the beginning. Let these people know what you can, what you will, and what you will not accept. What is and what is not acceptable in your relationship, in your friendship, in your partnership, or whatever. I don't even care if it's just a coworker. I have coworkers, and I let them know, I ain't going to partake in this. Because I see how you talk to Susie over there. I ain't Susie. I'm Kendra. Susie going to sit there and turn her chair around. Kendra going to jump bad. Kendra going to defend herself. Kendra going to let you know how many ways you got me fucked up. Period. So set the tone from the beginning. Don't let people keep trying you and push you to your limits. Back you up against the wall, put you in a corner, and then when you get tired, now you fed up, now you fighting out and biting everybody that coming in your way. And then when you get in more relationships and build more friendships and partnerships or whatever, you still have this whole baggage and all this on you because you allowed people to use and abuse you when they've only did what you allowed. Set the boundaries and set the standards. Teach people how to treat you, and I promise you, it'll be different. Trust me, I know. So if you came this far into the video, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. You guys, please go follow me on all my social media on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. It is at talking_with W for with _KinJ. Please also go follow my business page, Captured Confidence. I sell eyeshadow palettes. I have make my lip glosses, and I have Mink Lashes, eyelash cleaner, and lip scrubs. I will start doing more featured videos of my business, so you guys can also get to know Talking with KinJ, but you can also get to know Captured Confidence. Confidence is the best thing any woman can wear, and with my brand, you'll get that shouting. So y'all, please go follow me, and as always, thank y'all for talking with me.
Y'all didn't think that I could bump like this. Said I told y'all.